Good morning, my dear good students. I am Jahan. I have handling the subject EC8702 ad hoc and wireless sensor networks. So first of all, see the syllabus. First we need ad hoc networks. Good morning, my dear. That is the students introduction. I am Dr. And Jagan. Routing protocols. I have handling first we need cover the ad hoc and wireless sensor networks. So first here of all, the elements of ad hoc wireless networks, issues, various issues in the ad hoc wireless networks. Example, commercial application of ad hoc networking, ad hoc wireless internet network issues in designing a routing protocol for ad hoc wireless networks, classification of routing protocols, then table driven routing protocols, destination sequence distance vector, then on demand routing protocols, then ad hoc on demand distance vector routing protocols, AODV. So these are all the first units. Second unit, sensor networks, introduction and architectures. Here challenges for wireless sensor networks, enabling technologies for wireless sensor networks applications, examples, single node architecture, hardware components, energy consumption of sensor nodes, network architecture, sensor network scenarios, transceiver design consideration, optimization goals and figures of merit. Next, Unit 3, wireless sensor networking concept and protocols. MAC protocols for wireless sensor networks, low duty cycle protocols and backup concepts. SMAC, the mediation device protocols, contention based protocols, PAMAS, schedule based protocols, LEADS, IEEE 802.15.4 MAC protocol, routing protocols, energy efficient routing, challenges and issues in transport protocols. Fourth unit, sensor network security, network security requirements, issues and challenges in security provisioning, network security attacks, layer wise attacks in wireless sensor networks, possible solution for jamming, tampering, black hole attack, flooding attack, key distribution and management, secure routing, spins, reliability requirements in sensor networks. And the last fifth unit, sensor network platforms and tools. Here sensor node hardware, Berkeley modes, programming challenges, node level software platforms, TINI OS, NES-C, Contiguous, node level simulators, network simulator 2 and its extensions to sensor networks, COOJA, TOSSIM, programming beyond individual nodes, state centric programming. So these are all the 5 units in our syllabus. Next we will go to study about some introduction part. First of all, what is an ad hoc networks? Ad hoc networks is nothing but a multi-hop infrastructure-less network, which has no centralized server to control the communication between the nodes and resources cannot be reserved beforehand. It is used in battlefield and military applications. Second one, what are the challenging issues in ad hoc network maintenance? What the problem we met in the wireless ad hoc sensor networks? Here, first we met some challenging issues in ad hoc networks are media access scheme, then routing path, next multicast routing, next transport layer protocols, next pricing schemes, then quality of service provisioning, then self-organization, security, addressing and service discovery, energy management and scalability. These are all the some challenging issues in ad hoc wireless sensor networks. Then that question, why are ad hoc networks needed? Why we studied about ad hoc networks? Ad hoc network is often needed where an infrastructure network cannot be deployed and managed. The presence of dynamic and adaptive routing protocols enables quick information of ad hoc networks and is suitable for emergency situations like natural disasters, spontaneous meetings or military conflicts. Here also required the ad hoc wireless sensor networks. Then fourth one, list the application of ad hoc networks, where it is used. So here ad hoc wireless sensor networks are widely used in military application and fertile fields, collaborative and distributed computing, emergency research and rescue operations, wireless sensor and mesh networks. These are all the ad hoc wireless sensor networks is mostly used. Fifth one, list the transmission impediments of wireless channel or list the characteristics of wireless channels. So some characteristics of ad hoc wireless sensor networks are, first of all, a path loss, then fading, interference, Doppler shift and rate constants. These are all the transmission impediments of wireless channel or characteristics of wireless channel. Sixth one, what is fading? List the different types of fading. Fading refers to the fluctuation in signal strength when received at the receiver. It occurs due to multipath propagation. The different types of fadings are, first one, slow or long time fading. Second, fast or short time fading. So two types of fading is having. Seventh one, list the characteristics and application of managed. What is managed means mobile ad hoc networks is called as managed. Some characteristics and application of managed are dynamic topologies. The managed is dynamic topologies, bandwidth constraint and variable capacity links, energy constraint operation, limited physical security are the characteristics of managed mobile ad hoc networks. some limited physical security. These are all the characteristics of MANET. Next one, the application of MANET. So some important applications are defense, military defense applications, crisis management applications, telemedicine, then tele-geo processing applications, then virtual navigation education via the internet. So these are all the application of mobile ad hoc networks. So catering means when a radio wave impinges on a rough surface, the reflected energy is spread out in all directions. This is called scattering. It occurs when the wavelength of medium is small when compared to wavelength of traveled wave. So next one, explain the detail about cellular and ad hoc wireless sensor networks. Cellular and ad hoc. So first of all, we see the diagram. Cellular and ad hoc wireless networks. Here first one, ellipse diagram represent the cellular wireless networks. Second one represent the ad hoc wireless networks. So intermediate between cellular wireless networks and wireless sensor networks, there another one that is formed, that is called a hybrid wireless networks. The current cellular wireless networks are classified as the infrastructure dependent network. So if you want to call setup between these two nodes, for example C2E is completed through base station, that is as illustrated in the above figure. The ad hoc wireless networks are defined as a category of wireless networks and utilize multi-cop radio repairing or capable of operating without the support of any mixed infrastructure. Absence of any central coordinator or base station makes the routing complex. The wireless mesh networks and wireless sensor networks are specific example of a ad hoc wireless networks. The presence of base station simplifies routing and resource management in a cellular network. But in ad hoc networks, routing and resource management are done in a distributed manner in which all nodes coordinate to enable communication among them. The difference between cellular networks and ad hoc wireless networks. Cellular network is a fixed infrastructure based. Ad hoc wireless sensor network is a infrastructure less. That means less infrastructure is enough. Then cellular networks is a single hop wireless link. Single hop, node to node. Here ad hoc wireless sensor network is consist of a multi hop, various nodes connected by a link. Cellular networks, it should be in a guaranteed bandwidth. Voice traffic. In ad hoc wireless sensor network, SAT radio channel, that is data moving a traffic. Then cellular networks, circuit switch. Ad hoc wireless sensor concept is packet switched. That is, so on the circuit switching is consisting of a model of packet switched. Then cellular networks a high cost and time of deployment. Ad hoc wireless sensor network is quick and cost effective deployment. Cellular networks, reuse of frequency spectrum through geographical channel reuse. Ad hoc wireless sensor network, dynamic frequency reuse based on carrier sense mechanism. Then cellular networks easy to achieve time synchronization. Time constraint, so we can be using a timing. But ad hoc wireless networks, time synchronization is different and consumes bandwidth. Time synchronization is difficult and consumes bandwidth. Then cellular networks easier to employ bandwidth reservation. Ad hoc wireless networks bandwidth reservation requires complex media access control and protocols. Cellular networks application domains include mainly civilian and commercial sector. Ad hoc wireless networks application domains include battlefield, that is war places, border, emergency search and reuse operations, and collaborative computing. Then cellular networks is a high cost of network maintenance, backup, power source, staffing is required a high cost. But ad hoc wireless network self-organization and maintenance properties are built into networks. Then cellular networks mobile cost are relatively low complexity, but ad hoc wireless networks mobile cost requires more intelligence. Cellular networks major goals of routing and call admission are to maximize the call acceptance ratio and minimize the call drop ratio. Ad hoc wireless networks main aim of routing is to find path with maximum overhead and also quick reconfiguration of broken path. And last point, cellular networks is a widely deployed and currently in the third generation of evaluation. But ad hoc wireless networks, several issues are to be addressed for successful commercial deployment, even though widespread use exists in defense. Next topic is the explain in detail about applications of ad hoc wireless sensor networks. Ad hoc wireless sensor networks, where it is used. First of all, main important application is military. In the military application, here very useful in establishing communication among the group of soldiers for tactical operations. Here that is fixed infrastructure for communication among group of soldiers in enemy territories or in inhospitable terrains may not be possible. So in case ad hoc wireless network provide required communication mechanism should be in a quick manner. The primary nature of the communication required in a military environment enforces certain important requirements on ad hoc wireless networks, namely reliability, efficiency, secure communication and support for multicast routing. So next application is collaborative and distributed computing. So collaborative and distributed computing by establishing temporary communication infrastructure for quick communication with minimal configuration among a group of people in conference. In a distributed computing, in distributed file sharing applications, reliability is of high importance which would be provided by ad hoc networks. Other applications such as streaming of multimedia objects among participating nodes in ad hoc wireless networks require support for soft real-time communication. Then devices used for such application could typically be laptop with add-on wireless interface card, add-on card. enhance personal digital assistance PDA, personal digital assistants or mobile devices with high processing power. Then next application is emergency operations such as rescue, crowd control and commando soldiers operations. Then the major factors the favor ad hoc wireless sensor networks for such tasks are self-configuration of the system with minimum overhead dependent of fixed or centralized infrastructures, the freedom and flexibility of mobility and unavailability of conventional communication infrastructures. In environments where the conventional infrastructure based communication facilities are destroyed due to a war, due to natural calamities, immediate deployment of ad hoc wireless networks would be a good solution for coordinating rescue activities. They require minimum initial network configuration with very little or no delay. Mobility of nodes is not a mandatory requirement in sensor networks. For example, the nodes used for periodic monitoring of soil properties are not required to be mobile, and the nodes that are fitted on the bodies of patients in a post-surgery ward of a hospital are designed to support limited or partial mobility. Then another distinct category, size of the network. The sensor network can be much larger than that in a typical ad hoc wireless networks. Then density of deployment, density of fixed the node, spread the node. The density of deployment, the density of nodes in a sensor network varies with the domain of applications, depend upon their use the application. For example, military application require high availability of the network, making redundancy a high priority. Repeated, so making repeated a high priority. So here used in a military application, we are using a high availability of the network we have to use. So node and the network coverage will be in a very high performance only we are used. Then next one, power constraints. Here sensor networks are much more stringent than those in ad hoc wireless networks because sensor networks node are expected to operate in a harsh environment or geographical conditions with minimal or no human supervision and maintenance. In certain case, the recharging of the energy source is impossible. Running such a network with nodes powered by battery source with limited energy demands very efficient protocol network. Data link and physical layer, the power sources used in sensor networks can be classified into the following three categories. Power sources used in sensor networks can be classified in the three categories. Power sources at reducing the bandwidth consumed by repeated header of the packets and reducing the media access delay involved in transmitting multiple packets. Then another application, traffic distribution. In a traffic pattern, various domain of application sensor networks, for example, the environment sensing application generates short periodic packets indicating the status of the environment parameters under observation to a central monitoring station. Control the traffic. This kind of traffic requires low bandwidth. Ad hoc wireless networks generally carry user traffic such as digitize and packetize voice stream data traffic, which demands higher bandwidth. So, end of the session. Now we have to complete about the first unit, some important introduction part.